Welcome, I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If there sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. Hope you're all doing well out there. Again, I'm not part of any religious belief system. I'm all about the truth and the mysteries. I urge you to go prove me wrong. Go and investigate yourself. Go and do your own research with the things you are hearing in this channel. I'm here to glorify our Father's name. I am very passionate about the knowledge I have learnt from Father by the works of Spirit being done in me. I love to be a service of others, and we are part of something very unique. I know that I've been groomed for a time like this, and this knowledge is important. And yes, I have been tired because I do a lot throughout the day. But with everything I've learned, with all this knowledge, I've got to keep on top of myself and just get the message across. I do go over it. I'm happy. If there was any serious errors or I'm unhappy with it, I will not post it or I'll let you know. But so far, we're doing all right. If you've been following me for a while, things will start to shout out at you. Have I got a video for you? But before I get into it, I want to share with you my mystical experience. So I've had a mystical experience walking to the shop. I go to the shop, walking back, I notice an increase of crows in the area. I walk past this drive and I hear this scuffle. And I noticed, turning around, two crows ripping each other to pieces, consuming each other. As there's an increase of crows now gathering above me. Upon looking at the crows, I smile. And I think to myself, that's darkness and death consuming itself. This is a good sign. The end of death and darkness. And with that, I turn around and I carry on walking. The crows start increasing, flying around me. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I'm going to pay attention. There is a lot of crows and they're watching me and flying around. I turn around to look back at the drive, but now at the distance. And upon doing so, in my mind's eye, there is this entity that makes an appearance, which is a personification of the presentation of the two crows consuming each other, tearing each other to pieces in its death. Looking upon this entity, I can see he's smiling at me. And I'm smiling. And I say, thank you. And with that, I turn around and I start walking. And just like that, the crows are gone. That's my mystical experience I've literally just had. I'll share it with you, okay? So guys, be aware, the future is not fixed, okay? You are all each creating your own heaven and earth, a wonderful future that will prosper you. You must get knowledge and wisdom and turn to the truth, turn to the mysteries, the light, to God that's in you, your Lord, as told us in the Bible. So I'm going to drop a couple of things before getting into this video. I've got a really good video, but I'm going to get this across now. Again, everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. And I will elaborate more on what I'm about to say in a future video. Adam and Eve, you are an Adam and Eve. They are as one in you, which is connected with the word paradise. The word paradise means among the stars. I hope you've been paying attention to my videos. We are in eternity, in the middle of our earth and heaven, superior to it. The external world, the 3D world we witness with our five senses, is the terrestrial world, the earth. As we go within to the Father at the wheel, the potter, in our mind's eye, imagination, we are doing the works in heaven. You are heaven and earth unto itself, okay? There's no limit to your imagination, your consciousness. Man has been working under his omnipotent power, his thought, word and deed, his consciousness, his mind. The old Egyptian axiom, all is mind. Okay. Reading the secret teachings of Osiris, I come across booties. I was like, oh wow, here we go. With Arcturus. If you've been following me for a while, you know what I'm referring to. It's connected with Joseph, one of the sons of Jacob, which is part of the 12 constellations. The sons of Jacob, they're the constellations. And Joseph is also termed as, or related or connected to, the son of God. Okay. So Joseph, booties, connected with the shepherd, also symbolically connected to the coming summer. All right. That's fascinating when I was reading about that. I'm going to elaborate more on this in a future video. Divine law, the promise. You plow, you sow, you reap. By investing in your heaven, you know what's coming. The future is not fixed. Turn away with your wisdom from the things you are seeing or hearing on the world stage. Do not become a part of anyone's harvest. Laugh at it. All right. So, in the beginning, God created the heavens and earth. We've heard this. I love symbologies and the mysteries, and I go deeper in my research. There's more to this, for it's God to conceal a thing, and for the kings, us, to seek it out. Let me give you a powerful insight into the truth. I know this verse very well. I have the ancient Hebrew words tattooed on my leg. In the beginning, the bull created the heaven and earth. This makes sense. Jesus Christ said, I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. The beginning is the Alpha, the ox. So in the beginning, the bull created the heavens and earth, but it's been a lame bull. But there's another character here, part of the great mysteries, connected with the light bearer, connected with us. The first archetype we all play as a default, as Cain in the land of Nod. So in the beginning, the goat created the heaven and earth. You didn't say that. With hindsight, with knowledge and wisdom. Being asleep, playing as the first earthly man, Adam, not aware of planting seeds into my subconscious, conforming with the outside world that was taking my inheritance, and me being carnal-minded and impulsive. Yeah. I was creating and manifesting things in my life that are connected to the goat. So when I come across this mystery in the secret teachings of Osiris, I get it. I'm going to elaborate on this in another video. So remember, we are told that man has dominion, and man means light and mind. God expresses himself through creation, through man. Man is the image of God. Hence, he has dominion. When we play as man, we are what's termed as in the eternal death. Without knowledge, with severe amnesia, we play many roles. Only when we get to a particular state, death, our last enemy we must overcome, is put under our feet, and we stick on eternity, aware that we are in the eternal death, but we are now immortal and do not fear it. These are like robes, like garments. You throw them down, but you remain the same. Your years will never end, as told us in scripture. You have flipped from the first earthly man, Adam, to the heavenly man, Adam. We also have this language where God vanished. This was part of the rescue mission at the end of the age with the 144,000 that help erect a new heaven and earth, a new timeline. Because God, with the 144,000, is going to illuminate his radiance in the dark souls at the end of the age. And so we get this language. This is in winter. And I shared there's another higher octave upon our timeline. And it's a longer winter period of death where Saturn had its season from 2012 to now. It's coming to an end. So here we go into the video. I caught on my phone, okay, a trailer, The Gorge, while I was in the bathroom. And Father upon my mind, pay attention. This scene comes up and it says, the sun and moon does not lie. That stuck to my mind, my conscience. I was like, okay. It's a quote from Buddha. Okay. Buddha. Three things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Have I got something to share with you? In Isaiah 24:23, then the moon will be confounded, and the sun ashamed. For the Lord of hosts get your words out. Regions on Mount Zion in Jerusalem. That's here. Okay, guys, if you've been following me. And his glory will be before his elders. The elders are the constellations. Okay, what we see up there on the screen in the firmament, which declares the glory of God's handiwork, is denoting to us what's going on in us and with us. Okay, it's all for signs and for seasons, for signs, as told in Scripture. It's a screen. The sun and moon is connected with our left and right eye, our conscious and subconscious, our soul and source. Only we're having the sun being formed in us, as told in Scripture. Father has put the Spirit of his Son into our hearts. Revelation 21:23. And the city has no need of the sun or moon to shine on it. For the glory of God gives its light, and its lamp is the Lamb thereof. Christ in the middle. Okay? The light thereof. Okay. When you're asleep, as the first earthly man Adam, you're being absorbed by the spectrum, the rays from a greater light, a lesser light, the sun and moon, and the stars in their relevant locations in the constellations. You go through the whole process until you come into sentient consciousness, being. With the sun being formed in you, we go within. This now becomes our light, the lamp. Let your eye be single and your whole body, your heaven and earth, be full of light. Okay? We've now turned within. No need for the sun or moon, duality, these ages. That which we expose to the light is made manifest. We start investing with our measuring rod, our attention, our consciousness into the kingdom. We are the fiery beings on the sea of glass. Where your consciousness goes, your currency flows. Reality goes. Reality is not fixed. Be present, pay attention. The 20th of March, we've got these luminaries. Neptune, Mercury, Venus, the Sun and Saturn. Very close together in Pisces. Pisces is a big sign connected with the Christ, the fisher of men. We also have the moon in Scorpio, as I've shared with you. Okay. Bear with me. So we have the half moon. Let me show you again. Today. Right? Today, half moon, 50%. as I've mentioned in my previous videos. But again, let's go back to what's happening on the 20th of March. Again, we have the moon. Oh, bear with me. We have the moon in Scorpio again, right? On the 20th of March. But today's moon, being a half moon in Scorpio, is making us aware of Scorpio. With the other luminaries in Pisces, we need to pay attention to. Bear with me. On the 20th of March, we have Jupiter and Uranus in Taurus with Mars in Gemini. Okay. Gemini is the house of Mercury. So I hope I've got that across all right. In Pisces on the 20th of March, we got a lot going on with the luminaries. We got a marker pointing out to the 20th of March with the half moon today, which is going to be back in Scorpion on the 20th of March, obviously. Then we got to keep in mind Mars in Gemini with Jupiter in Taurus with Uranus. I'm going somewhere with this, okay? Because even though we're separated from the world and now the constellations is being allotted over to the people, because we now walk with the Father, with the husband, the Lord, the Maker, the Creator, the Source, it also gives us signs what's going on with us. This is the alchemical table of symbols. Okay? I've got some of these tattooed on my leg. I've studied this over the years. Let me share this with you. Here you will see signs of the zodiac and planet of the solar system, symbols. Also the asteroid goddesses, okay, which is here. And these are all connected with their symbols to the luminaries, to the 7 Wanderers and the 12 constellations. But we also have the secret constellation 13 Orpheus. Okay, bear this all in mind. So the wise men, the alchemists, through their own spiritual development, seeking God, that's what a lot of the text actually reveals, these alchemists, what they were doing. Creation, consciousness is sensitive, and you can learn so much about it and the luminaries with what's going on above to that which is going on below. Okay, and if you have the wrong ingredients, things start to happen. We want harmony. I heard in the secret teachings of Osiris, and it's amazing how the luminaries on their course never collide. They're in harmony, going with the space-time continuum. I found that interesting. However, pay attention to this. Now remember, in Taurus, the Alpha and Omega, in the beginning, God, the Alpha, created the heavens and earth. But we also have a connection with the goat, the Elohim. Okay, right now we have Uranus in Taurus. Right, there's U23.9, uranium. Let's look at plutonium. Okay, there's 4,4. So as I'm doing my research, I'm like, where's Pluto in all this? Pluto is really important in the hidden forbidden knowledge that I've come across over the years. I learned it's that significant. I've tattooed the symbol of it on my leg. In fact, There it is. All right. Yeah, as you can see, I'm covered. I am literally covered all over with sacred numbers, words, and symbols, as I mentioned. Okay. So I'm like, where's Pluto in all this? Because Pluto, in the secret teachings of Osiris, plays a special part in the starry drama. Absolutely, I get it. When I was reading this, I was like, yeah, because this world is trying to discredit Pluto. Isn't that funny? What's so important about Pluto? Okay. So be aware. All of the other illuminaries, all of them derived their names and special duties in divine drama from the same source. And Pluto is at the top. Okay. In the Greek philology, the 3 days of the solar light being hidden is accounted for by the descent of Orpheus, the secret constellation, the serpent bearer, connected with Christ, into the realms of Pluto, whereby the magic of his sweet music, he is supposed to rescue lost souls from the very jaws of Hades. That's why Pluto is so important. It's part of the rescue mission with the 144,000 at the end of the age. So can you imagine with certain elements that you see in this graph? These illuminaries with their energy, frequency. Hunched up together like that in Pisces. Can you imagine what would happen? There's going to be a reaction. In fact, 1.21 gigawatts. Oh, come on, don't do that. Bear with me. Where's it gone? Right. 10:04, when the clock tower gets struck. Back to the Future, 88, flash event. Red mercury that you find in thermometers. Temperature. Connected with Mars in Gemini. And Mercury being in his position with his authority. Remember this from Mind Forward, Anna? I paid attention. With the help of the key, Mercury, we are able to slip out of the noose. This is our win. So I'm keeping this very basic and simple so you can understand. So with all the illuminaries so close in their perimeter to each other, there is a reaction, action-reaction. The 20th of March with the fish connected with lightning, plasma. Jesus Christ comes like lightning from the east to the west. It's a flash event. It's a mystical, supernatural transformation that's going to occur in us, with us. Pleiades, the center of the universe, 7 sisters connected with the 7 chakras, east to the west, right through us. This then creates this rupture from one world age into the next, where everything comes alive. We're in a new heaven and earth. The illuminaries are back in harmony. It's the end of the darkness. We go into the light, into the land of the living. The pool's coming out of the deep. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tongue Jitsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Love you guys. Have a good day.